Hi, this is Galit Gopar. Thank you very much for joining me here today. Today I'm going to be talking about pregnancy and the most crucial supplements and foods to consume when you are pregnant or trying to get pregnant. Pregnancy is a very special time in a woman's life. Not only is it special because of the outcome, but also the pregnancy itself is quite a spiritual process that is very exciting and fulfilling, albeit it has its difficulties and hardships during that time. For most people, not for all people. Now, during pregnancy, the amount of nutrients the woman's body needs is also special in that it is exceptionally high. Many women gain a lot of weight during pregnancy because they are eating a lot of food. The body is asking for a lot of food because it wants to fulfill its nutrient needs. But when the wrong foods are consumed, there will be feelings of never-ending hunger and thus lead to weight gain with all the accompanying problems. When the right foods and supplements are consumed, the body will feel that its needs are met and excessive eating will not take place. Optimally, you should be gaining about 7.5 to 10.5 kilograms, which is about 16.5 to 23 pounds during pregnancy. If more than this is gained, then the foods or supplements that you are consuming are not supporting your body's needs. Even in highly industrialized countries, the risk of inadequate intakes of specific nutrients in pregnancy and lactation is high. Also, excessive weight gain during pregnancy is associated with later life obesity for the baby, the offspring, and problems with glucose metabolism in the child as they grow up into adults, with increased cardiometabolic risk. You do not have to wait until you are pregnant to eat healthy for you and for your baby. In fact, eating well and taking the right supplements before becoming pregnant will not only boost your fertility levels and lower the risks of birth defects, it will also allow your child to lead a longer life through in health through the power of epigenetics. Current research also shows that the first 1,000 days of life from conception up to 2 years are the most crucial for the prevention of later life diseases. As a future mother, you will want to mix healthy foods packed with nutrients and supplements to support you and your baby's health and your nutritional needs. Now, let's talk about which supplements and foods are best consumed before and during pregnancy to ensure both the mother and the baby's health. So here are 7 health-boosting dietary recommendations and supplements for pre-pregnancy and the pregnant mother. The first one is folate. This B vitamin is one of the most crucial nutrients you can take before and during your pregnancy. Not only is folate essential for forming healthy cells, it also prevents birth defects in the newborn because of its role in the biosynthesis of DNA and RNA, and in protein metabolism, and in the methylation of homocysteine to methionine. You can find folate in foods like green vegetables, such as broccoli, spinach, kale, Swiss chard, and bok choy, as well as in whole grains, and in oranges and strawberries, nuts, beans, all legumes basically, beetroot, quinoa, mango, asparagus, avocado, okra, parsnips, chia, and flax seeds. It is available additionally to be taken in supplement form that has 600 to 800 micrograms of folic acid per day, preferably starting 2 to 3 months before conceiving. And 600 micrograms of folic acid is recommended to take during breastfeeding. Now, you can find a higher level B complex supplement, which usually has these levels. Since the B vitamins are all water soluble, any excesses will leave the body in the urine with no harm done through overconsumption to the mother and to the baby. Now, calcium. This is the next nutrient that you want to make sure that you're consuming sufficient levels of during pregnancy and pre-pregnancy. It can keep your reproductive system functioning at its best and can even help you conceive faster. During pregnancy, calcium is necessary for fetal development, so it's vital to stock up on this mineral because you will need a stable supply for your baby's bone and teeth development. Calcium requirement increases during pregnancy from 50 milligrams per day at 20 weeks and reaches 330 milligrams a day at the end of pregnancy, and is also high during lactation. Low calcium levels are associated with higher risk of preterm delivery and disturbed blood pressure control, so it is crucial to get sufficient levels of calcium during pregnancy and lactation. You can find calcium in vegetables like cabbage, okra, kale, broccoli, and in high levels in seeds such as sesame seeds, whole sesame seed paste such as tahini, that you can use instead of a salad dressing is excellent, as well as you can use it as a spread on your sandwiches. Also, calcium set tofu is a great source of calcium. So let's move on to the next nutrient. The next nutrient is iron. Iron deficiency during pregnancy is one of the leading causes of anemia in infants and young children, as well as the pregnant mother. This mineral is very important because it shuttles oxygen throughout the body, and it delivers oxygen to the baby as well. Furthermore, research also shows that low iron intakes during pregnancy are associated with increased risk of heart disease for the offspring in later life. Iron requirements progressively rise up till the 3rd month of pregnancy. So to prevent anemia, if you're a vegetarian, it is important, very important, a vegetarian or a vegan, to take supplements, best in the form that does not cause digestive issues like constipation. And this is iron bisglycinate. 25 to 40 milligrams a day during pregnancy is good, depending on your iron levels in your diet. So if you're a vegan or a vegetarian, you'd want to go towards the higher levels of this nutrient. Foods that are rich in iron include all of the legumes, also nuts, cashew nuts especially, chia seeds, flax seeds, blackstrap molasses, pumpkin seeds as well, kale, dried fruits, especially apricots, prunes, figs, and raisins, as well as fortified breakfast cereals and quinoa. Now, omega-3 fatty acid is the next nutrient you want to make sure you're consuming sufficient levels of. These fats should be included early in your pre-pregnancy diet. This is because omega-3 fatty acids can help regulate key ovulation-inducing hormones and increase blood flow to your reproductive organs. In contrast to this, try to cut back, as usual, in saturated and trans fats. Also in your normal day-to-day life, not including during pregnancy. Now, docosahexaenoic acid, DHA, is the major polyunsaturated omega-3 fatty acid in the brain and eyes, and therefore it is essential for brain and eye development of the fetus during pregnancy. DHA also plays major roles in psychomotor neurodevelopment of the baby. So DHA should be taken in supplement form, as well as taking omega-3 fatty acid rich foods such as Brussels sprouts, walnuts, flax seeds, and chia seeds, which the body will convert into DHA as needed. Smoking during pregnancy leads to deficiencies in DHA and can negatively influence the intelligence of your newborn baby. So you definitely want to stop smoking during pregnancy. The next nutrient is iodine. With the help of this mineral, your body can make thyroid hormones that work to control your metabolism. Iodine is essential for growth, formation, and development of organs and tissues, and iodine is also crucial to the metabolism of glucose, proteins, lipids, calcium, and phosphorus, and in maintaining body temperature, the mother and the fetus. Iodine is necessary for the production of fetal thyroid hormones from week 12 of pregnancy, and this further increases iodine needs after the 12th week of pregnancy. Iodine deficiency increases the risk of spontaneous abortion, birth defects, and neurological disorders, and is considered by the World Health Organization to be the most important preventable cause of brain damage in babies. The recommended dose is 200 micrograms per day. You can get sufficient levels from your diet when consuming whole grains, potatoes, green beans, courgettes, kale, spring greens, watercress, and strawberries, while also using iodized salt, which I do recommend during pregnancy. The next nutrient is fiber. Fiber in your diet will help boost your fertility levels. Also, by increasing your fiber intake by 10 grams a day, you can lower the risk of developing gestational diabetes by 26%. Great sources of fiber include all legumes, all whole grains, potatoes, high fiber cereals, and fruits and vegetables. Especially high are berries, very tasty as well. The next nutrient is protein. Protein is crucial for normal growth and development of the baby, as well as for producing hormones, enzymes, and antibodies for the immune system of the fetus, and for building tissues and the repair of tissues in the newborn and in the mother. Protein demands progressively rise during pregnancy to support the building of tissues and to support fetal growth, as well as maintaining the mother's tissues so that it won't be broken down to support the development of the baby. Low protein intake is associated with low weight babies and shorter length of the babies at birth. Protein-rich plant-based sources include spirulina, and all sources of foods that come from soya beans, tofu, tempeh, edamame. Also all legumes, including beans, peas, and lentils. Nutritional yeast, spelt, teff, nuts, and seeds. I recommend taking spirulina as a multi-nutrient and high-protein superfood during pregnancy, as well as taking a B-complex supplement with 600 to 800 micrograms of folic acid, an omega-3 fatty acid supplement, and iron in the form of iron bisglycinate, while consuming foods rich in calcium and fiber, which are both quite easy to consume sufficient quantities through all the recommendations I made in this video to prevent any imbalances and deficiencies in your diet. I also recommend that all pregnant women supplement with vitamin D at a dose of 600 IU if they do live in a sunny location, and 2000 IU if they do not live in a sunny location. Since vitamin D deficiency is very common and is associated with increased risk of preeclampsia and gestational diabetes. Vitamin D is also necessary for calcium metabolism. It is also important that once you do get pregnant, to ensure that you reduce any multivitamin supplements that have vitamin A in them, as too much vitamin A can harm the baby. Consuming beta-carotene, the precursor of vitamin A, is fine during pregnancy, and spirulina has high levels of beta-carotene. Also, high-protein diets, which are low in carbohydrates, will negatively affect the fetal development and should be avoided. I also deeply recommend breastfeeding your baby at least for the first 7 months of life. I'll learn why this is so crucially important in a video I made on this subject, which I will add a link to at the end of this video. I wish you a lot of health and an easy pregnancy and birth of a healthy baby, and a lot of luck. Thank you very much for joining me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, please subscribe to this playlist on my channel. If you want to receive notifications, ring the notifications button to get notifications every time I upload a new video on health and nutrition. Also, please visit my website, thegorilladiet.com, for anything to help you improve your health and wellness. Thank you very much for joining.